I love them so much. Hi, I'm sad, so we're rereading Heartstopper. I'm sad, let's reread Heartstopper. Like so many of us, have read these books so many times, and they just make me happy. They're just so sweet. And so I'm gonna read them again. And I recently bought the 2 novellas. I'm almost finished my Alice Oseman read through. I'm on Loveless, so I thought this is a good time for this, and also I really need it right now, so I don't think this needs much of an introduction. I'm reading the books, I'm telling you my thoughts and feelings along the way. That's it. So let's start where all things start, at the beginning. And no one's allowed to make fun of the way I sit and lounge when I read. That's my business. I don't think I've actually done a reread since the show came out, so this is going to be interesting. Someone's T-posing. I never do read-alongs or like anything like this because I'm so insecure about the way anyone will react to the way I react. So please be nice to me. The leaves. The leaves made their first appearance. Look at this. I love them. I love them so much. I really think Alice hit the nail on the head with the way Charlie is insecure. Like, the way he reacts to Nick just being nice to him. He's so worried, like, oh, why is he being nice to me? Is he just doing it so he can make fun of me? Like, that is so real. And look, I haven't been in high school for a while. Like, it's been oh my god, it's been 4 years since I graduated. Jesus Christ. Like, this was published as a physical book when I was in year 12, like right at the end of my high school career. And like, that's what it feels like to be a teenager, that absolute insecurity. Not that I ever like had anyone that I was interested in being nice to me, but you know. Look at Nick's little face down here. I love him so much. Oh my god. I can't get over the fact that so much of the TV show is like verbatim, word for word, what was in the book. And like, I know Alice was like writing the script and things, so like it makes sense. But it's just so nice to see such a good such a good adaptation. Also, maybe my schools were like underfunded. How many sinks do they have in this school bathroom? We had like 3 if you're lucky. I am a proud member of the Ben Hope Hate Club. This bitch. I'm literally like a few pages in and I just want to like knock him out. Like, I find in the TV show it's a lot easier to forgive him of the way he is because Bash is like super lovable, but the character of Ben Hope, Jesus, I hate him. Like, these messages. How dare you say that to Charlie? He's like meant to be in homeroom or whatever they call it form. Shut up. Remember the days when Tao didn't have super weird hair? I miss those days. All around me are familiar faces. I'm so sorry. This is so... It's not funny. They're talking about the fact that Nick's probably gonna bully Charlie because he's like a rugby lad. But... the way they're all like, he plays rugby, like he's not gonna be nice. It's just making me think of High School Musical. And like, you can't like sport and like music. You can only be one thing. And then Tao just reading Charlie for filth. Love it. I'm literally like giggling. What is this? What has this book done to me? That's not, I don't just fall for any boy who's nice to me. Are you sure about that? To be fair, like, I'm no different, but we're in February. We start on February 1st. That's my birthday, me and Harry Styles. Charlie's in year 10. What was I doing in year 10 other than having an absolute breakdown? I lost all my friends when I was in year 10. That was super fun. Started seeing a therapist for the first time. Charlie could take some notes. No, no, I did not say that. I'm so sorry. No, I didn't mean it. I did mean it, but oh my god. Okay, I'm up to the daydream. The daydream. That's like one of my favorite bits. When the first trailer of Heartstopper came out, and we got that little like daydream sequence thing of Nick asking Charlie out, but really he's not. I genuinely like started crying, just like of pure joy that the show was gonna be good, because like they were doing things like that. I don't know how to put it into words. I was just so excited. I love Heartstopper. I just think it's funny that the rugby lads say, like, I know he's popular, everyone loves him, but can he even play about Charlie? Like, is Charlie popular? Or is it the fact that we're in kind of Charlie's head that we see he doesn't feel popular and he feels like a loser? Oh my god, one of my favorite characters is here. It's Miss Singh. I just wish in the show we got to hear about her wife. Not gonna lie. Hopefully next season. If not, I'm gonna throw hands. Also, spoilers, I guess, but like we're gonna talk about it later in the video anyway. If we don't get in season 2 the teachers on the Paris trip, I'm going to riot. Like, I will throw hands. Alice, I love you. Include them. I keep reading it in my head in Joe and Kit's voices, and I love that for them. I love them so much. I know this is a stupid thing to say, but Charlie looks so much like Oliver in this scene. I'm like, yeah, I know they're drawings and Oliver's Charlie's younger brother, but they look the same. Look at these idiots. Look at them. I love them. I hate Ben. Oh my god. I've gotta say, I think that most of the adults in this book are just like the adults we all wish we had in our lives at that age. Like, Nick's mum is... I love Nick's mum so much. And I love that Olivia Colman plays her. What an iconic... I mean, Charlie's parents... I have my opinions, as we all do. But like, even the teachers... The best character has arrived. Nellie's here. I love Tori. I love Tori so much. I wish I had a big sister. But I don't. Instead, I'm like Nick and have a big brother. Yay. I just realized Nellie's in a coat in the snow scene. Oh my god. Oh, Nick seems to be having a little bit of a crisis. Every time I've read this book, I've been like, I wonder what movie they're watching. I just realized you can see the DVD case and it's Back to the Future. I feel like an idiot. Charlie fell asleep next to Nick, which means he feels really safe around him, which is adorable. But more than that, like, yes, Charlie's asleep, but he could wake up at any moment. But Nick still has this like urge to like reach out. And like, yes, he stops before he actually does, but like, I just think it's really sweet. You look so cuddly like that. I was about to say that like a page ago, like, how has the whole team not realized something's going on here? But then you literally have Nick's rugby lads being like, so Nick has a crush on Charlie, right? Like, that's a thing. I mean, it is super obvious, so that's fair. I just love how quick the change in Charlie's mind was from like, oh, I don't think I'll go to Harry's party. The second Nick says that he wants him there, he's like, yes, I'll be there, I'll go, I love you. Ah, yes. See these music notes around this page? That is Water Parks right there. Telephone by Water Parks. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit of a jump scare watching the show for the first time. I was like, wow, that distant beat, I recognize that. And then it was Water Parks. Of course it was. I want to make it clear, that is not Water Parks slander. I love them. Love their music. It was just
bizarre for it to be there. Also, Harry Green would never play water parks. Also, maybe I'm just in a completely different socio-economical bracket. Whose 16th birthday party is this massive? My 16th was about 7 people in my backyard. So, to be fair, my 21st was 5 people. So, it's only gone downhill from there. Ben. Tara's like, oh hi, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm gay, there's my girlfriend. So you and Charlie, hey? Like, Tara, you're not wrong, but you can't say that to a man. Okay. I made a TikTok about this scene in the show, but it's the same in the book. Charlie asks Nick if he does like Tara, and Nick is like, God no, never. So Charlie says, oh, you don't like anyone at the moment. Nick says, I didn't say that. Charlie says, what's she like then? Nick says, you're gonna assume they're a she, and then acts totally shocked when Charlie comes to the conclusion that it's not a girl. Baby, you walked straight into it. I love you so much, but you cannot act shocked that he came to that conclusion. Anyway, I love Nick Nelson. Wow, one kiss and then they're like going for it, dude. What a place to end volume 1 on. God, I feel sorry for Charlie.
It's time for volume 2.
I feel so sorry for Charlie. Okay, I know everyone says it's cringe that they do the whole why are we like this thing, but like, do you not remember being a teenager? That's exactly what it was like, and that's so cute. I think they're adorable. These books make me so happy and they're so cute, but I really feel like I missed out on like any hope of young love. Like, I never had a teenage romance, and reading this really reminds me that I spent my teenage years alone, and that I'm now spending my like young adult years alone. Oh my god, Oliver. I love Oliver so much. This is too cute. I can't handle it.
Elle was finally introduced. Oh my god, I love her. And I love her and Tao. It's so cute to see them at the very start. Can you see her? Hi. Also, Allard was introduced. I loved Allard when I read Heartstopper, but since my last reread, I did read Radio Silence, and I have the most love for Allard. Oh my god, what are you doing? Hello. There's only a few more scenes in this book that were in the show, because the show does kind of move away from the book, but I just love this book. I can't put into words how like cute it is and just wholesome. Oh my god, I love Darcy so much. I do like that in the show we get to see more of the girls. I think it's nice, I don't know, to have that other bit of representation. I can't deal with how cute they are. Also, I love Tori. I would die for Tori, and I love Tori. My appreciation for her only became stronger when I read Solitaire, because like, god, you don't realise how much she's got going on when you're reading just Heartstopper. Also, it never occurred to me until I read Solitaire that Tori's like a year older than Charlie. She's in Nick's year level, just at the different school, and that is insane to me. I don't know why, I always thought she was so much older. God, we're at the infamous cinema scene. Time to cry, I guess. Also, it's so nice that in the book, Ben isn't here. We don't need to deal with Ben for another scene. The idea of a cute, like, innocent cinema date is so adorable to me. The fact that they're like holding hands under the armrest is adorable. The fact that in the book he asks if Charlie likes Zane, and in the show he asks if
he likes Harry. Like, the cultural difference between 2018 and 2022. When did the show come out? In April. Yeah. I guess 21 it was filmed, but whatever. You get the point. Harry is wildly inappropriate. He's like making sex jokes about someone he's meant to be friends with. It's a bit much. And look, we had a controversy at my school. How does anyone ever think that's an okay thing to say? Like, it's not like you're joking with your friends like, ooh, you want to hook up with them. Like, it's uncomfortable for everyone involved. Charlie being used to, like, being treated so badly is so heartbreaking. Like, he deserves better. Harry is so convincingly, like, one of those guys that you went to school with, where it's like, we're not being homophobic here, while spewing, like, the most homophobic, disgusting stuff. Like, every day at school I would hear stuff like that. I love Nick's mom. I love her so much. Also, she brought Nellie along in the car. That is the most adorable thing. Also, I'm embarrassed to say it took me so long to make this connection. Like, after the show came out, I had watched the show like 10 times, and the connection, it's like a little light bulb went off in my head. Nellie is like a nickname for Nelson, like their family last name that she's a part of. She's Nellie Nelson because Nellie is short for Nelson. What? Okay, one thing that's better than the show. Nick doesn't run into the sea with his shoes on. I don't know. I know it probably would have like messed with the pacing or whatever in the show if he stopped to take his shoes off, but come on. He could have slipped them off. He didn't have to run into the water with his shoes on and then have to spend the rest of the day with wet shoes. Are you kidding me? Why are we like this? They're so cute. Oh, never mind. He just ran into the sea with his shoes on. Great. I love soggy feet. I love them. I love them so much. I just... Oh. Okay, we're up to volume 3. This one, just grabbing it, is way thicker than the first two. I'm nervous. I've read this so many times before, but just knowing how the story's going and now reading it after seeing the show and kind of being able to guess what's going to be in the show and what's not is very exciting. I'm curious if season 2 of the show is just going to be volume 3 or if it'll be 3 and 4, because season 1 was volume 1 and 2. I think there's enough content in volume 3 to be a whole season, especially because they've added characters. I think that the Paris trip has so much like fun content, and like I'm not gonna lie, I really want one of the like side romances to be the teachers because they're like my favorite part of this book. Good morning, it's the next day. We're reading volume 3. I didn't continue last night because I kind of lost my mind a little bit. It's not at all relevant to this video, but there was some news about the Red, White and Royal Blue movie that I didn't love, and so I'm just distracted. I was very distracted last night. But Heartstopper had a great adaptation, and now I'm up to like the content that wasn't touched on in the show. So I'm gonna read this with the thought in my mind of like, how are they gonna adapt this? What's gonna change with like the new characters? Yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. Miss Singh is an icon. Also, they're idiots for kissing at school, as if they weren't going to get caught. Come on. I really hope Miss Singh comes out in season 2. I want to see, like, maybe her talk about the struggles she went through,
because she went to like a sports school, didn't she? Yeah, they met at university playing sport. I love Tao and Elle. I love them so much.
Mr. Ajay and Mr. Farouk. I love them. I love them so much.
Nothing's even happened. They're just on the page together. Okay, I know Allard was just telling Charlie that Tao might have accidentally outed him to be like kind of supportive and safe, to make sure that Charlie wasn't gonna be in any danger. But like the timing kind of sucked. Also, how are they gonna go about this in the show? A big point of contention, I suppose, is the fact that they don't tell Tao and they're trying to hide it. But in the show he already knows, so I wonder how they're gonna go about that. This is now not only the Ben Hope hate club, but the David Nelson hate club. I hate him. I think the problem is I know so many people like him. And... oh.
The fact that you get to see like that starting little moment of Allard and Daniel.
I love Allard. I can't believe I only read Radio Silence this year. Like, I cannot believe I hadn't read it before. It's so good. There's this idea that if you're not straight, you have to tell your family and friends immediately, like you owe it to them, but you don't. You don't have to do anything until you're ready. It's really... honestly, there's so much about when they get on the bus for the Paris trip that I just love. First of all, getting to see the teachers interacting. Love it, obviously. Also, Tara is reading Radio Silence while Allard is right there, so yeah, it's kind of weird in terms of not continuity, but like fourth wall, but also it's just a fun little like Easter egg. I don't care that much. It's cool. Mr. Farouk looks so tired all the time, and honestly, same. I think it's so cute. Mr. Ajayi, where are you sleeping? I'll be sharing with Yusuf. I mean Mr. Farouk. Tao is so cute around Al. Oh my god. In the show, where are they at in the show? She was about to tell him and then she didn't. So we can still get the fun bits while they're on their trip. Good. Oh my god. Darcy is iconic. Her one-liners are just so good. Oh, you're being gay? Good job, carry on. God, in the show there's one, it's like, we're such meddling gays or something. And it's like, that is so true to character for her. I love it. Holding hands from the beds. That is so cute. Tao fully slammed the door on Al's face. Love that for him. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but Sahar was just introduced. And I know they're casting her for the show. And I wonder what role she's gonna have. I feel like she'll have a bigger role because she's barely mentioned in the books. You have no idea how much I love this drawing. I cannot explain it. This is just beautiful to me. I just want to know if in the show we're gonna get Charlie walking around with a hickey and everyone being like, what the hell? Because maybe I read too much fan fiction growing up, but like it's a trope that I just love. I'm going crazy. What is happening to me? Tao is such an idiot. How'd you get a bruise on your neck? And Charlie's even more of an idiot for saying he fell in the shower. Oh, I love them. Wait, I know, I just had a thought. So, just based on the TV show, Ben is probably going to go on the Paris trip, right? Like, they have Bash, they're gonna use Bash. What if he freaks out when Charlie has a hickey because they're all like, who else on the trip is gay? What if he like freaks out and gets super like defensive? Ooh, that'll make for good television. I love Nick. I love him so much. I'm so torn between like, not whose side I'm on because it's not something that needs sides, but I agree with Charlie not telling Tao just in fear that Tao would accidentally out him by talking too loudly. But also, like, I feel sorry for Tao being the only one who didn't know and feeling like Charlie sees him as less of a friend, I suppose. Although, like, Charlie didn't owe Tao anything. It's a complicated thing. Oh my god, we're at the Louvre. It's gonna happen. I do love that Al was the one to kiss Tao. Because we all know Tao wasn't gonna do it, so. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, Charlie. I do love that Nick is still joking with Charlie as Charlie's talking about something so serious. Like, he's making it clear that, like, he still sees Charlie the same way. He's not gonna, like, change the way he treats him. It's really sweet. I think it's really accurate the way Charlie reacts to Nick speaking French. I mean, I think we'd all react that way, to be fair. Tao and Al holding hands. Oh my god. Okay, this is another trope that I see in, like, fanfic all the time, and I love it. Like, I eat it up. And it's like school trip or just like being at a hotel kind of situation, middle of the night vending machine. It's just the perfect place for like a big emotional shift, for secrets to be told. Oh, I love it. I love it. Also, we're up to the teachers and I can't deal with it. Recharging. Oh my god, I love the recharging. Also, I've just like remembered that we get to see Joe Locke and Kit Connor acting this out, and that makes it so much better. I feel so sorry for James. I've seen people online talking about James and how he probably really wanted to kiss Charlie. And I feel so sorry for him. I'm curious if they're going to include that in the book, because it is kind of like, I mean the show. Anyway, it is a cute scene, but that would mean casting someone. I wonder if they'd replace it with Ben, which would be controversial. They're so cute. A pillow fight. I cannot imagine any real life situation where you would just casually get into a pillow fight. But maybe that's because no one loves me and I don't socialise. The teachers are so chill, they knew it wasn't food poisoning, and they still played along. If that happened at my school, Jesus. Oh my god. Sahara's reading radio silence. Aled just on the balcony listening to music makes me want to cry a bit, to be honest. Yes! The teachers kissed! Sorry, I get excited. It's meant to be like a really cute scene, you know, like Nick and Charlie are in bed and I want to stay up all night. All I can think about is One Direction. Oh, that finished. That's volume 3 finished. I think there's a lot of content in that and I feel like season 2 is only going to be volume 3. But that was so good. I've read it before, like many times. Do you mind? I think now, just like with the show in mind, it's just so good. I'm gonna go and I'll be back later to read volume 4. We're on to volume 4. I can't remember exactly what this volume has in it, like where it ends, because my last read through I did online and I'm nervous. I just realized that the scene where the entire group goes to the beach together is the same day that you hear about in Solitaire when Tori goes and gets her hair cut. I know, like, in a few pages I'm going to see Tori's hair cut, but it just occurred to me that she said she's going to town to get a new school bag. And that's when she gets her hair cut, and that's like the start of Solitaire. I love the Paris squad so much. I mean, I'm a basic girl. You give me Found Family, I cry. So, I just find them all really cute. I absolutely love this scene. The fact that Charlie tells Nick that he loves him while Nick is in the shower and then just leaves. Honestly, same bestie. And I can
so imagine the show doing this scene really well, but that's probably not going to be till season 3. So very far away. And there's Tori with her haircut. Oh my god. I love Tori. I love Tori so much. I really hope they include Nick's mum ripping through Nick's brother. I can't remember his name. What is his name? I nearly called him Nicholas, but that wouldn't make sense. What is David? David's his name. I want to see Olivia Colman just absolutely destroy this guy. I really think Olivia Colman was the perfect casting for this role. As I keep going and you have the like, it's not really a monologue, but Nick's talking to his mom and it ends with love can't cure mental illness. And I think Olivia Colman has that perfect like mum energy for a scene like that. Sorry, I forgot all about this scene. The teachers. I'm gonna cry. I haven't actually read volume 4 many times. Maybe that's why it's affecting me so much. I feel like on the verge of tears right now. I took like a little break because I was kind of crying a little bit. I can't relate to Charlie's story exactly, but I can relate to kind of general mental health issues, and there's this one bit and he says, at first I think there was a big part of me that didn't even want to get better, that just wanted to keep pretending I was fine so I didn't have to put in the effort to change. I think that the way progress is talked about in terms of mental illness is really important in this. So here it says, Jeff says I'm making progress, but I think I'm realizing now that there might never be an end. And then the next page says, but Jeff also says the bad days will get less common. Honestly, this book is making me like think about my own experience a lot. Tori has met Michael. Everyone, don't panic. Tori has met Michael and they're friends and I love them. Look at him. This is officially a Michael Holden fan account. I love him. I've noticed that I do this a lot. When I like am feeling something about a book, I put it on my head. Charlie feels quite real. When he says things like, it's not going to be a straightforward journey. Haha, since when is anything I do straight? Okay, that's not funny. It is funny, Charlie. It is funny. Oh my god, this is this. I never made the connection. Again, I hadn't read Solitaire last time I reread this book, so I guess I just never realised. But in Solitaire, I'm pretty sure Tori's at a party and she leaves because Oliver is calling her about Charlie locked in, I think, the kitchen or something, and he has a relapse. And that's this scene. The best scene is about to happen. Oh my god. Now, I think I've made it clear. I am a Tori stan. Not like Tories, ew. I mean like the character Tori Spring. Bestie fully just kicks his phone out of his hand. I love it. You're a pathetic little man. Talk about my brother like that again, and I'll end you. As you should. Nick's got his license. Oh. What was that noise out of me? I swear to God. They're playing I Wanna Be With You. That's like one of my most played songs. I love that song. Okay, so that song officially belongs to Nick and Charlie now. Okay, cool. Where are we gonna go? I don't know, let's just drive and find out. You're just gonna drive and find out where you're going? You're gonna use that much petrol in this economy? Jesus. Oh, that was the last page. There's a mini comic about the teachers in the back. Hold on. Allard was the first one to walk in on them at school? What? I love them. Oh my god, I love these books. I flicked to the just like fun character pages and the first thing I saw was under Allard, The fun fact is I want to make a podcast.
So I just finished volume 4. It was more emotional than I expected. More to the point, I was more emotional than I expected. I can't wait for volume 5. I have been keeping up with what is online, but it's on hiatus at the moment. So, next up are the novellas, and I'm so excited for these. I have read Nick and Charlie before. I haven't read This Winter. I think I'm going to start with This Winter. I don't actually know when they kind of take place. I think this is the Christmas that just passed in the story. Then this is, I think, like a year later. This is when Nick is like graduating.
Hello, it's the next day. I have started This Winter. One thing I want to talk about with this book, even though I've only read a few pages, is just how much Tori blames herself for everything Charlie's going through. And I think that is just, I guess, a symptom of Tori's own mental health. It's really heartbreaking to see the way she beats herself up for not saying anything when she noticed something was up with Charlie. Also, I love that Charlie calls her Victoria. I think it's so cute.
Charlie's family being horrible about the fact that he was in a psychiatric ward is making me angry. I have that kind of family. Like, I think it's his uncle saying most of it. Yeah. I mean, I feel like everyone has that uncle, but sometimes you have like 4 of them. I just finished Charlie's chapter. Nick's family seem lovely, other than David. David can choke. I didn't realise that there's an Oliver chapter, so I'm really excited about that. That's what I'm up to at the moment. I just flicked through. I just realised I only have a few pages left. The rest is the first chapter of Solitaire. So I'm gonna finish this and then we can talk about it. Oh my god, this is so cute. Oliver is only 7 years old, and so like, he's trying to understand where his brother and sister went. Why did they disappear? Have they been kidnapped? And it's so adorable. When he's told that Charlie went to Nick's, he says, Nick is Charlie's boyfriend who comes around our house all the time. I think they'll probably get married one day so they can have their own house and not have to walk to each other's houses every single day. That is so cute. Charlie's mum is saying that she thinks she was mean to Charlie, and so Oliver's just saying, you could say sorry. That's what you have to do when you say something bad. Say sorry. That's so cute. That was really sweet. I had heard people saying they didn't really like This Winter, but I really loved it. It was sad, kind of. It's just a bit of a snapshot of what's going on in these characters' lives in a time where we don't really get to see in the other books. I'm trying to think about Solitaire. I can't remember if we hear much from this, like, time period. All that's left now is Nick and Charlie, and I think I'm just gonna get straight to it. My cat is right here. Can you see her? Come. This book is kind of making me, I wouldn't say miss, but I guess reminisce on the end of my high school life. I've seen people online talking about how inappropriate it is that Nick and Charlie had sex in a pillow fort. And people talk about it like it's like this, oh my god, how could they? How could Alice write that into the story? Like, that's a normal age for them to be doing that stuff. Like, I think that's like fairly normal. It's not that big of a deal. They've been together for 2 years. Like, come on. I really hate miscommunication as a trope. Charlie is feeling something. He's kind of upset and he's just hoping Nick picks up on it. But like, just talk to him. You're telling me
that Tao and Elle were together since the Paris trip, and they just decide to break up because long distance is too hard. Like, I get it, long distance must be hard, but like, give it a chance at least. Oh my god. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I did almost start crying when Nick and Charlie broke up, or thought they broke up. Charlie has just gotten the photos developed, and then I remembered what happens next. I'm just Alice Oseman knows how to write things to make my heart just absolutely explode. This is so cute. Even knowing exactly where the story was going, like I've read it before, I still felt so much.